Federal agents say what started out as high-stakes poker games and insider sports bets turned into one of the largest illegal gambling rings in the country and has ties stretching right here into Georgia. Yesterday, the FBI revealed that more than 30 individuals were arrested across 11 states in a sweeping crackdown on illegal gambling involving both sports betting and rigged poker games. Among those arrested, Portland Trail Blazer head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier. And we learned that three men arrested right here in Georgia are part of the scheme. 52-year-old Tony Godson of Forsyth, also known as Black Tony, and 43-year-old Johnny Mozilla from Gray, known as John South. A third man, 40-year-old Kenny Hahn from Queens, New York, but was arrested right here in Georgia. The FBI director says that the gambling ring even stretches into the heart of some of America's top mafia families.
Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime families.
Wow. All right, time to dig deeper into this case with Emory Professor of Marketing, Michael Lewis. Welcome back to the show.
Good morning.
All right. Well, here's where we start. We start with you got rigged poker games, you got hidden cameras, we got links to organized crime. What stands out to you about this organized, high-tech driven alleged gambling operation?
Two things pop into my head. First, this sounds like a movie script. I mean, this is an amazing situation that's going to captivate all of America. The second thing is the inevitability of all this. You know, as gambling moved online, as we got into all these prop bets, it was almost inevitable that this was going to start to happen.
You see leagues like the NBA today heavily pushing betting, right, at least. How damaging are these headlines to the league and their betting partnerships?
It's an interesting question because I honestly say I don't know. On some level, it's such a fascinating story. It adds almost to the color of sports, right? I mean, it seems like a plot out of a movie like Cena. And so it kind of builds into the fabric of the allure of all this. But on the other level, and I think this is the real danger, it's more like a crack. Right? Is this stuff legitimate? Is this stuff trustworthy?
Yeah.
Because if it's not trustworthy, then it all falls apart potentially.
So does it have some kind of effect on young people today, especially younger fans that are watching this all unfold?
I think that's a great point because I think gambling has moved downward in age over time because so much of the activity happens online. That a young sports fan is going to be exposed to, shows on Fox or ESPN that are actually talking about the right bet side to take on one of these prop bets. And so they might be the generation that's most influenced by this stuff. That for them, gambling and sports really go hand in hand.
Does a case like this or a situation like this cause leagues to begin to back down now from normalizing sports betting, you think?
The leagues have all been pursuing it because getting fans to gamble is a way of getting them more to interact. And so it's in some ways it's the best positive for them in terms of really juicing up and growing the fan base. But across all of it, not just the professional leagues, but at the college level as well, there's an enormous danger. And I don't think anyone really has a great sense of how to put guardrails in place to prevent this stuff because it's just so widespread. There's so many bets that can be made.
You mentioned college. Might a case like this influence the future marketing rules or athletic endorsement guidelines around betting?
It's got to be part of the equation, right? When you have, especially when we get a college basketball season, and you've got so many games going on and so many betting lines, schools all over the place, there's so much potential for these type of bets to take place with the Rozier case of taking himself out of the game. It's a very easy bet to manipulate. And so it's, there's got to be guidelines to basically prohibit it. The enforceability, though, is really difficult.
So you got a league, right? A league, maybe endorsing betting. Can a team like the Hawks decide, hey, we don't want to be a part of it, or because they're a part of the league, they have to be involved?
Well, I mean, you've got the major players for the DraftKings, the Prize Picks, and so the leagues are attracted to betting because betting is something that hardcore sports fans really want to do. So it's part of letting them be a part of the game. But I don't think there's a means for the teams to really opt out at this point. I mean, if I'm running the Hawks, I don't want my players to touch this. I have clauses in the contract that say you will not be part of anything related with gambling, sort of almost like a morality clause. But in terms of enforceability, I don't know how you get that.
Gotcha. All right, Michael Lewis, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks so much for your insight this morning.
Thank you.
All right.